Are you trying to decide what size frame you should be using for the pattern that you want to punch? I'm Simone with the Oxford Cooking School, and today let's look at frame size versus pattern size. When you're looking at frame dimensions, the size that you're given is actually for the interior of the frame, not the exterior. This means that a 6-inch by 6-inch frame is 6 by 6 on the inside. And this frame would be ideal for small projects such as little coasters that are 4 inches or around there and anything like that. However, it's not going to work out very well for a 6-inch by 6-inch pattern. As you can see, the pattern fills the entire area. And this is going to make it very challenging to do the outer edge. As you punch towards the edge, you're going to hit against the edges of the frame or the grippers, and it's going to make it hard to punch down properly, especially once this pattern has been drawn onto monk's cloth and the monk's cloth has been stretched over the frame. You ideally want to have a frame that is bigger than the pattern size. This frame here is a 10 by 10 frame, and you can see that the pattern fits much more comfortably within there. Again, especially once it was drawn onto the monk's cloth and the monk's cloth was stretched tight. You would still have ample room around it to punch, including this outer edge of the design. This doesn't mean, though, that you always have to have a frame that is significantly larger than the design. It's just going to make it easier. Now let's take a look at a pattern that is bigger still. This pattern here is 15 3/4 by 7 3/4. So it would be ideal in an 18-inch by 18-inch frame, as it would give you ample room to work on the entirety of the design, even when it's stretched taut, and you'll be able to freely punch wherever you want on here without having to move it. However, you can use a smaller frame as you punch. But you do want to keep in mind a couple of factors. You want to think about the ideal working area that's going to be comfortable for you to punch so that you're not having to only do itty bitty bits before you move it, and the number of times that you're comfortable moving your design around. If I was to try to use this pattern on the itty bitty 6 by 6 frame, I would only be able to do very tiny spots before I would have to move the design around, meaning I'd be moving it a whole bunch of times before the final design was completed. And that'll be kind of challenging to do, and it's going to take out some of the fun of punching. A 10-inch by 10-inch frame is going to give me a really nice area, though, as would a 14 by 14. I would have plenty of room to complete a large area before having to move, and I'd only have to actually move the pattern one time on the frame in order to complete the entire design. So that would actually work out very well. So whether you're working on small projects or great big room-sized rugs, there is a frame for everything. And remember, you can use a smaller frame for a big design. You just want to think about the working area that you have, your own personal comfort level of how far you can reach and maneuvering a frame around, as well as how many times you want to move your project on a frame for when you're selecting it. To learn more, be sure to check out our online classes or find an Oxford Certified Instructor near you. I hope this helps with your decisions as far as frame size versus pattern size, and I wish you all very happy punching.